DC Multiverse!
Well, hello once again, super friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brad, the DC Universe Geek, and today we will be looking at the DC Direct Page Puncher's Superman. Front, here we go. We see Supes. We can see a trading card back there, and there's also two more hands right here. For the back image, we have the front of the comic book that comes with this action figure, issue number 4 of 0 Hour. All right, let's cut it open down both sides, like so. Open it up, and I'll be back in a second once I've gotten all this out of the packaging and arranged neatly in front of us. And now that everything is all out, we can see that Superman got two more hands, open splayed finger flight hands. He got a trading card with old Supes on the front and a data file on the back, which you can all feel free to pause and read if you would like to. And of course, we got 0 Hour, issue number 4, Crisis in Time, a beautifully illustrated and fantastically recolored issue of what we had way back in the day. Oh yeah, and he also came with a DC Comics action figure base. And finally, of course, we got the Superman action figure, the reason why we get all of these extra doodads, who up on the spinner looks pretty nice. You got a good solid blue, you got a good solid red color there, you got his cape going around the back like that. I do have thoughts about this cape, which I'll share a little bit further on in the video, but it is nice that he does come with a cloth goods cape. And circling back around, we get the front of the figure again with the big ass emblazoned on the chest. And of course, we have seen this Crisis on Infinite Earths body buck used multiple times. On the left and right, I have two customized figures, but most recently it was used on the Jokerized Superman figure, which I've swapped the neck, hands, and head, and the Superman vs. Godzilla 2-pack, of which I've swapped the head. So there's really nothing new about this figure whatsoever, except for the head sculpt, which, if you were to ask me, I would say looks quite a lot like Dan Jurgens' artwork. And that would make sense based on the comic that this Superman is supposed to come from. We have a really cool looking, long-haired, giant spit-curled, wind-blown hair Superman head portrait here. This looks really fantastic, and it also looks neatly done too. So I don't have any complaints about the quality of this workmanship either. Another difference with this Superman figure is the S. It is a little bit different in that right here, the bottom part of the S is a big bump. I will say, though, I do kind of wish that it didn't have the black outlines. And by kinda, I mean I do 100% wish that it didn't have the black outlines. And finally, the last thing of note about this Superman that is different is the cape. It's made out of that shiny red ribbon-esque material, the ribbon material. I'm not very keen on it. I don't like this material for the capes. The S on the back does look good. Like, I will give them that. They did a good job with the S on the back of this cape, but it is that ribbon material, and to make matters worse, it doesn't have a wire. I don't know why it doesn't have a wire, because we're long past the whole idea of these capes not having a wire. We know that Todd knows how to do a wired cape by the fact that he's done many wired capes, even for Superman. So why they chose to make this cape out of that ribbon material with 0 wires doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. Now, as for the articulation, I'm just going to skip it because we've seen this figure so many times. This body buck has been used a multitude, and it doesn't make any sense for me to go into it. So I'll just go right to the very end and say what I think about this figure, which is I actually like it. I like the blue color. I like the red color. I like the head sculpt, and I like the skin tone. I wish it had a different cape. I wish that the S didn't have the black lines around it, and I wish that the cape they had to give him was wired. But overall, I do like this figure, and as a Superman fan, I can definitely recommend this to other Superman fans out there who may be on the fence about picking this guy up. But yeah, that's all. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all with the next one. Have a DC day, everybody, and take care.